This is Middle Class Matt from don'tbuythehype.blogspot.com, and I am the sports genius. Doing my last week of NFL picks. Don't like doing the last week of picks, week 17. Hard to tell who's going to rest, who's going to lay off. Plus, it's been the holidays, my own life, and I'm ready for football to start, but then I've been too busy to really pay attention to all the news. I should do much better in the playoffs, I think. Last week I went 10-6, fair. And this week I hope to do better, but in the playoffs I really hope to nail it. Last year I was 9 of 11 in playoff games, which are extremely difficult to pick. Okay, so let's get started. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta's probably going to rest some of their players, but Tampa Bay's been so bad. And Atlanta is such a good team overall. They've really proven they're an elite team in the NFL. I think they win anyway, maybe a closer game than people think. But 27-20, Atlanta Falcons. Next game, Jets-Buffalo. Who knows who's going to win this game? Jets really have nothing to play for. Buffalo has nothing to play for. I'll take Buffalo 2016 because they're at home. Really not any other reason. Next game is Cincinnati-Baltimore. I'm going to take Cincinnati in this game. If Baltimore wins, I wouldn't be surprised. I almost picked Baltimore. It was that close. It was really that difficult. But Baltimore doesn't have as much to play for as Cincinnati does. So I feel like Cincinnati has more to prove, and they're at home, and so I think they'll be more motivated to win. I believe Baltimore's already clinched a division, so I feel like they'll have more reason to come in. Close game, 28-27, Cincinnati Bengals in that game. Next game, Chicago at Detroit. Chicago has lots to play for. They have to win this game to get into the playoffs. And so I think they win 27-23 at Detroit. Next game, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Nothing to play for. Anybody can win this. I think Tennessee's a little bit better, and they're at home. So I'm going to take Tennessee 23-16. Houston, Indianapolis. Now, this is a tough game to pick. And I think Houston's the better team. But it's at Indianapolis. They're good. And Indianapolis has got their coach back, who they've been playing for all season. Chucks. They're Chuck Strong. So, and I'm not saying that to be corny, like they, or cliche. I'm saying for real. They're very motivated by this. They've proven that. So, I think Indianapolis wins a close game. That's indicative of the score. 24-23, Indianapolis over Houston. May live to regret that one because Houston's defense will travel. Next game, Carolina at New Orleans. Now, I would really like to pick the Panthers. I think they've played well, especially defensively, but New Orleans is running to me on all cylinders. They've really got things together, and I think really they're seeing this as that we're getting our coach back next year, and let's go ahead and get things started off right for next year to make a deep playoff run. So they're playing for next season, getting things right. They've been a 500 season even though they started 0-4. I believe that's correct. So I have New Orleans winning this game 24-20 over the Panthers. But since the Panthers are my team, I'd be happy if Panthers won that game. The Giants have to win their game. Giants, Philadelphia, they have to win that game to go to the playoffs. Philadelphia really has no reason to play hard, except maybe for Andy Reid. So I'm going to take the Giants in that one at home, 30-17 over Philadelphia. Pittsburgh, Cleveland at Pittsburgh. That's tough. Pittsburgh has nothing to play for, but they are a team that plays for pride. So they're at home. I'll take them 24-17, pretty close game over Cleveland. Oakland at San Diego, another kind of crap game. But San Diego's played well at times this year. They're at home. I'll take them 23-13. St. Louis at Seattle. Seattle has something to play for. So they are going to be motivated. They always play well at home. St. Louis is a good defensive team, may put up more challenge than most people think. But I'll take Seattle, who seems to be hot at the right time, 24-16. But they are a team that could roll and could blow this team right out, could blow St. Louis out. But I'm going to take them a decently close game, 24-16, Seattle at home, who looks like maybe the draw that nobody wants in the playoffs, as they're playing so well. Miami at New England. I think New England wins 34-20. Better team. New England wants to get, focused and, win this game heading towards the playoffs. So they want to be in the right frame of mind and get a win. Green Bay at Minnesota. This is a tough game to pick. But I think Green Bay is looking like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Nobody's talking about them, and they like that. So I think Green Bay goes and they take on their divisional team, and they win. Green Bay does at Minnesota 30-23. Because I think right now, like I said, Green Bay's looking like one of the better teams in the NFL. Period. Not just looking good for playoff time. I mean, I think there's hardly anybody looking much better than them right now. Anything can change, but they're looking good. So I'm going to have them beat a really good Minnesota team. Wouldn't be surprised if Minnesota wins, but taking Green Bay in this 30-23. Kansas City at Denver. Kansas City has nothing to play for. Denver is just a much better team. They play well at home. I think they're going to want to play well before they go to the playoffs. Now, if they bench their starters, if they do that, then that I haven't heard any plans of them doing that. But if they did that, that would hurt them. Or allow Kansas City have a chance to win. But I'm going to take Denver in this game. I think they're the far better team. I think they'll come and bring their A game still, and I don't think they even have to beat Kansas City. So I have them winning 30-17 Denver. Last game, Dallas, Washington, another close one. This one you can, is a toss-up. Tough one to pick, but Dallas has more experience. They have a quarterback who's had experience in the playoffs, even though he hasn't done well. He also has experience in these kind of games, even though he hasn't done well. At least he's used to it. RG3 is completely green. He's a young quarterback. Now that may help him in this if you think this way, that he's almost unaware of the pressure. But I'm going to take Dallas on the road to beat Washington, so they can sneak into the playoffs. If they beat Washington, they're in. Even though they didn't play well they did play well, but they didn't win last week. But Dallas is, heading in the right direction. They've won a lot of close games. I'm going to have them winning another close game. It's going to come right down to the wire. 31-28, Dallas over Washington. This is Middle Class Matt. This is my picks. Look forward to my playoff picks and all my other videos. Check out my live videos. Check out my NFL videos. I'm going to try to put out bowl videos. So just keep your eyes open, and I'll be putting out videos all in the next few weeks. See you next time.